Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michaela. Today for you, my next video is going to be my physical unread completed series. The last video on my channel that I did was the ones on my Kindle. Today we're going to do my physical collection. I have 19 series to show you that I own, that are completed series that I have not read. It's a little terrifying. There are so many books in front of me right now. But it's fine. It's fine. We're going to read them all. We're going to get to them eventually. Like I said, I would really like to make these videos and then come back within like maybe a year or so, maybe a little bit longer time, and see how I do. So let's get started. We're going to start with manga. We're going to start with Sailor Moon. She is my favorite, and honestly, I'm really embarrassed that I haven't finished this series yet. I don't know why. I love it. It's my favorite series. I watched all of Sailor Moon Crystal. Absolutely loved it. I'm sorry if you can hear my cat crying. Anyway, yeah, I'm really embarrassed I haven't finished this series yet. She's my favorite. I watched all of Sailor Moon Crystal. Absolutely loved it. I have all of the original anime. I grew up watching it on Saturday mornings. Yeah. So I didn't bring up all of them. I've just brought up the ones that I haven't read yet. The last one I read was volume 5, so I have volume 6. And like, I don't know why it's taking me so long, because Chibi is my favorite and this is her volume. This starts the second arc. Why haven't I done this? Why? Do it, dummy. Volume 6. Volume 7. Volume 8. Volume 9. Volume 10, Volume 11, and Volume 12 is the final volume, but I also have the short story collection, which Volume 1 and Volume 2. So there's that, Sailor Moon. I have to do that, like, this year. Like, there's no excuses. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm not doing that. The next manga series I have here, I picked up at Anime Boston. All of these, I want to say I got them for like $1 each. They were just on sale at one of the booths, and it looked pretty cute. It's Magical Girl series. I don't really know too much about it. But it's Connector Yuri, Volume 1. I have read this one, so I just need to continue on with the series. So I have Connector Yuri, Volume 2. Volume 3, Volume 4, and Volume 5. The next one I have, it's not really a manga series, I guess. I would say this is a light novel series, but it is the complete novelization of Strawberry Panic. I don't remember anything about this. I think it's Yuri, sapphic, like Yuri, I'm pretty sure. But it looks adorable. And there's 3 novels in this bind-up, and I think that's the complete series. It says it anyway. So, going to try this. Okay, and then we're going to move on to young adult series. That's probably what the majority of this list is, just because I have a bunch. So, this first series is Night World by the same author, L.A. Smith, that did Vampire Diaries. I almost said Vampire Academy, Vampire Diaries. There is 3 novels in each bind-up. So we have Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3. I know that this series is technically uncompleted. There was supposed to be 10 books. There's only 9. So I'm interested to see how that goes. I know a lot of people are upset that this was just, the 10th book never came out. But I don't know, we'll see. The next YA series that I have is Vampire Academy. I have read the first 3, Vampire Academy, Frostbite, and Shadow Kiss. This one took me forever to get through. I don't know why. The ending is very cliffhangery, so I'm excited to pick up book 4. Which is where I left off. So we have Blood Promise, Spirit Bound, and Last Sacrifice. Last half of the series seems to be much more chunky than the first. But yeah, the third book left off on a huge cliffhanger. Definitely very excited to pick up with book 4. I just need to do it. The next YA series that I have is the Iron Fae series, I believe it's called, by Julie Kagawa. I have read the first one, The Iron King. I read this very quickly. I really enjoyed it when I read it, but for whatever reason have not moved on. So I have the second one here, Iron Daughter. Pretty sure it's the second one. Third one, Iron Queen. And the fourth one, Iron Knight. I know that this series does continue with different characters, and there's a couple of spin-off series as well, but these 4 I think is the first 4 like quartet of this series, so I'm counting it as completed. The next YA series that I have, I actually won almost all of these books, I think all of them, in a giveaway from Penguin Teen, maybe? Who is the publisher? Don't remember, but it's Graceling series. I read this first book. The audiobook was not the best, but I really did enjoy this book. It's a YA epic fantasy. It was very, very good. It seems to be, I don't know what that was. Sounds like my neighbors are taking their trash out. I'm sorry if you can hear that. But this was a very good series. This is about a girl who, she has a gift. Like, everyone has a grace, I believe it's called in their world, and her grace is killing, if I remember correctly. I might have to reread this, because this series, right, it starts with this character, Katza, and then it moves on to the second one, Fire, which is completely different characters set in a different area of the world. So it's like more like a spin-off, a sequel. But then, book 3, Bitter Blue, is about a character that you meet in this one and is connected to this one. So I think what I might do is I'm going to read Fire. Would you like to make a comment, Kitten? No? Okay. I'm going to read Fire because I haven't read it and it's number 2. And then I might go back and reread Graceling so that I have a better idea of what's going on when I get to Bitter Blue. And then same thing with, I think, Winterkeep. I think it follows the same characters. I'm not sure. And then, whoa, they almost died. The newest one, what is this? Sea Sparrow? So yeah, pretty, yep, what will Bitter Blue's spy do? I don't know who that is or why she has a spy, but so the last 3 are connected to Graceling. So Fire is just kind of like a spin-off. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and the covers are so pretty, the new covers. The old covers, the old Bitter Blue cover, which if I can find that somewhere, I'll put it over here, is one of the most prettiest covers I've ever seen. So this series has gotten the cover lottery. So I'm very excited to get to it. Do you want to say hi to the people since you're so nosy? Come here. Oh, do you want to be on this video? This is my kitten. Okay, now you get it out of the way, though. Ma'am, please move. Thank you. Okay. So, the next YA series that I have is, I believe this is called the Den of Shadows Quartet. This came out when I was in high school, and I remember grabbing it at the library because the author is from my state, Rhode Island, and she's around my age. So she had published books when I was in like senior in high school, and I thought that was wild because that was one of my dreams, was to be an author, which we're getting back into writing, we're figuring it out. But first one is called In the Forest of the Night, and this is like a vampire witch series, if I remember correctly, and Demon in My View is the second one. I've read those 2 a few times, I've reread them, but I have not finished the third one, Shattered Mirror, or the fourth one, Midnight Predator. And again, I think there is a couple more books, like, technically in this world, but this quartet is supposed to be a finished series. So I would like to do that. They're short. I could do that this year. Another series that I started... Hello, Ken. Excuse you. Hi, I'm filming. Another series that I started reading in high school that I have not finished is the Enchanted Forest Chronicles. The first one, dealing with dragons. I really liked this when I was in high school. This is like about a princess who runs away. She doesn't actually want to be a princess and ends up staying with a dragon. So there's book 1. Book 2, Searching for Dragons. Book 3, Calling on Dragons. And book 4, Talking to Dragons. They're all super short, little, like, YA fantasy. Might even be middle grade fantasy, honestly. But, yeah, I remember really liking them, so I would like to complete that series this year. The next one I have for YA series is actually a duology. It is I think it's just called the Carve the Mark duology by Veronica Roth. So we have Carve the Mark and The Fates Divide. Veronica Roth is definitely an author that I have on my list to read more of their backlists, because I think, like most people, I've only ever read the Divergent series, but her adult sci-fi really interests me. So I would really like to get to these and see if I, still enjoy her writing and can move on to the rest of her books. Okay, another, I guess, YA, but maybe middle grade, not really sure where this falls, is the Heroes of Olympus series. I have read the Percy Jackson series. I'm rereading it because honestly, I can't quite remember. It's been a while since I read the last couple books. So in my reread, I'm up to book 4. I need to reread book 4 and book 5 so I can continue on to this series because I've heard amazing things about it. And I really like Rick Riordan's writing. So we're going to do this. The first one is The Lost Hero. You cannot see that. The Lost Hero. Son of Neptune. Mark of Athena. House of Hades. And Blood of Olympus. The next 2 series that I have are definitely middle grade. They're spin-off, like, tie-in series of television shows for Supergirl and The Flash, the CW shows. Both me and my husband watched those, really enjoyed those. Well, he watched The Flash. I watched Supergirl. Supergirl I love her. She's one of my favorite superheroes. So I have, and I don't remember what seasons these take place in or are spin-offs of because it's been a while. But I have book 1, Supergirl, Age of Atlantis. Book 2, Supergirl, Curse of the Ancients. And book 3, Supergirl, Master of Illusion. And I love these covers that they're hardback with just like the illustration on them. Like, why can't we do more of this? This is cool. And then The Flash. Book 1 is Hocus Pocus. Book 2 is Johnny Quick. Is that what that says? Yep, Johnny Quick. And then book 3 is The Tornado Twins. I know there is also another series that is like a, what do you call it? What are words? Collaboration, maybe, with Supergirl and Flash. Like, they have their own series together that is set, like, in this same book world, that I would like to also get my hands on eventually. I just don't have it yet. But yeah, I should read those because I have the entire series and I really love Supergirl and I really liked that Flash show. I know I would enjoy them and they're probably quick. So what am I doing? Why am I waiting? We don't know. The next series that I have, and probably one of the last, like, actual YA series, this is the most intimidating one I have. It's also the longest. This is 13 books. This series, Daughters of the Moon, was me and my friend's favorite series in high school. we flew through these books. We all, like, would go out whenever the next one would come out. Someone would buy it, and we'd pass it around the group. When this series ended at book 12, we definitely, me and at least one of my other friends, wrote letters to the author to ask her to please don't end it that way, please do one more book. And the 13th book did eventually come out when we were in college, and like we all jumped to read that. I am most worried. I want to reread this series this year, and I'm very worried that it's not going to hold up to my memory of how good it was. Because God, we were so obsessed. Like, my friend who was learning how to make jewelry at the time, she made us all matching necklaces of the necklaces that they wear in these books. Like, we were pretty in love. So I'm afraid for my memories, but I'm excited to try it and see. If not, I'm going to keep them anyway because nostalgia. But so we have the first one, Goddess of the Night. The second one, Into the Cold Fire. The third one is Nightshade. The fourth one is The Secret Scroll. The fifth one is The Sacrifice. The sixth one is The Lost One, and I remember we did not like this girl. Tiana. We did not like her, and I don't remember why, but we really didn't like her. I will explain a little bit about what this series is about after I show you everything. But Book 7, Moon Demon. Book 8, Possession. Book 9, The Choice. Book 10, The Talisman. Book 11, The Prophecy. Book 12, The Becoming. And the last one, Book 13, The Final Eclipse. So these series, to get the first one back, these are all going to fall down. There are so many. So this series is about 4 girls, Vanessa, Caddy, Serena, and Jamina. I think I'm saying that last one right, Jamina. They live in LA, and they all have some kind of power. Caddy, she can travel back in time. Vanessa can become invisible. Serena can read minds, and Jamina has premonitions. Jamina, I really need, like, and I don't think there are audiobooks for this anymore, so I don't remember how to say that. Or if there were even audiobooks in the first place. I don't know that there were. So they all have these special powers, and they become friends. And it turns out that I believe they are all, like, either descendants of Greek gods or have something to do with the gods. I know there's, like, a Oracle Maggie, if I'm remembering correctly. Like, something. Because there is, when you get to, where is he? No. Book 5. Aha, this guy. This guy, I remember he was a problem. Like, he is a Draco Malfoy type character. Like, kinda, like, he's hot, but, like, an issue. Then you should not like him, but you do. And I don't remember why. Like, is he on the bad guy side? Stanton, that was his name. Yeah, he's on the bad guy side. And I don't, like, I really am going to have to reread it. And I'm hoping I will have fun. Because I remember really, really loving this series. And really, like, this was probably, like, the first experience with buddy reads that I ever had. And it was just a great experience, and I really want to relive it. So I'm afraid, but we're going to do it. I'm going to do it. Okay, I'm going to try to speed this up because this video is getting long. But the next group of series that I have are Buffy the Vampire series. I have so many of these, and honestly, I think I forgot one downstairs too. But that I need to get to, that I've just been collecting over the years. And I know I will enjoy them because Buffy is my favorite show. And I haven't done it. So, first we have, I think this series is just bind-ups of, I don't know that these are the novelizations of, like, TV show episodes, or if they're just one-shots that people wrote that, like, are not canon, just, like, spin-off stories. But I have, first one's just Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This one has Coyote Moon, Night of the Living Rerun, and The Portal Through Time. Volume 2 has Halloween Rain, Bad Bargain, and After Image. And Volume 3 has Carnival of Souls, One Thing or Your Mother, and Blooded. Like I said, these are all seem to be spin-offs, one-shots, based. Hello again. Are you interested in Buffy? Can you? No. Do you want to say hello to the internet? Say hi. Okay. Yep, so those are that. The next series that I have here, that is Buffy. These I think are pretty cool. These are called Stake Your Destiny. These are like choose your own adventure, but Buffy. And I have read this one, The Suicide King. And it's just a really cool concept. It really is. It's choose your own adventure, but like with Buffy. So then there's Keep Me in Mind. Colony. Is that what that says? Colony. Night Terrors. And that's it. This is a standalone. I don't know why I brought it, but I do need to read it, Spike. Spark and Burn. I also have him and Drusilla, Pretty Maids All in a Row, but I left that downstairs because that is also a standalone. It should not be in this video. So, that's pretty cool. And these are all relatively short as well, and choose your adventure. Like, I can very easily get through these. The next Buffy series that I got is the Gatekeeper trilogy. Out of the Madhouse. Ghost Roads. And I'm not sure how to say that last one. Sons of Entropy. These, I want to say they take place in like season 3 or 4 of Buffy. And again, it's just a like spin-off, non-canon story that I wanted to read. And the last one that I have, not the last one, I forgot the other one, I'll have to do an image of it, but this one, it's a crossover trilogy with Buffy and Angel, the Unseen trilogy. So we have Burning, Door to Eternity, and The Long Way Home. The first crossover trilogy, I'm reading that says now, what's the second crossover trilogy, and why didn't I know about it? But anyway, yeah, I really need to do a rewatch before I think I start doing this so that I know where I am in these series. But yeah, I've had it on the shelves for years and I want to get to it. And the last Buffy series that I have read, but like I really want to reread it, so it doesn't technically need to be in this video, but I wanted to shout it out anyway. I believe it's called the Lost Slayer series, and they're very tiny novellas that I have a bind up of them. There's 4 of them, which is like set in a different world. Obviously they're all set in like a spin-off type world, but where I think like at the end of season 1 or maybe season 5, might have been season 5, one of the times that Buffy dies. she don't come back. And what happens with like Giles and Spike and like all the other Scooby Gang, it's really, really good, and I would really love to reread it. The last 2 series on this list are adult fantasy series. The first one is the Foster trilogy. I have read the first one, The Assassin's Apprentice, and I really did enjoy this one, so I would love to continue on to Royal Assassin and Assassin's Quest so that I can continue in the realm of the Elderlings. And then the last adult fantasy series on here is probably the most intimidating series that I own, and it is The Lord of the Rings. These copies my dad bought for me Christmas my senior year of high school, and I haven't done it. I did read The Hobbit, and I enjoyed The Hobbit, but I'm afraid. I'm afraid because these are very dense. Very, very dense. And I don't know that I'm gonna enjoy them. I know the audiobooks with, I think, Andy Serkis is on Scribd or Everand, whichever we're calling it now, I don't know. So I might try to go that route, but yep, so we have the Fellowship of the Ring, the Two Towers, and Return of the King. I'm very afraid to read them. I should. I've watched the movies and I enjoyed them when they came out. I'm just afraid, and I need to get over my fear. And that is all I have for you today. Hopefully, like I said, we can come back in maybe a year or so, year and a half, and I will have read the majority of these. We'll see. So, thanks for watching. If you want to continue to hang out with me, make sure that you press the like button and subscribe on your way out, and I will see you next time. Bye!